Welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast. My name is Madi and I'm joined by my co-host Ben. And it is great to have you join us for this episode.
Yes, hey there listeners, welcome to episode number 132.
Thanks, Ben. And what are we talking about in Arsenal Kids Podcast this time?
Well, Maddie, in part one, let's look at the newest addition to the Arsenal women's team, along with a departure as well.
A new signing? That's so exciting. And then in part two,
We will look at not so many ins, although there are a few rumours going around, but there have been some outs from the Arsenal men's team, along with the changes that will be in there for the upcoming Premier League season. That is not very far away now.
I can't wait to watch the team run out for the first game against Wolves this weekend.
I can't wait either, Maddie. It has been a while. But a quick reminder to you to help us to grow our Arsenal Kids community and not miss when we have new episodes. You can do that by telling other people about us, liking, reviewing and sharing our podcast with others, or by following us on social media.
We would love for you to join us on this adventure together.
We would indeed. And you can tell others that we are available pretty much everywhere.
Including now on YouTube, so head there to check us out.
Please do. And let's get straight into it with the news that we're delighted to announce, which is that Swedish international forward Rosa Kafaji has signed for Arsenal women on a permanent transfer from BK Häcken in Sweden.
And Rosa will be wearing the number 16 jersey.
As always, Maddie, you're there with the most important information first, but let's go a bit deeper. And that is that Rosa was born in Stockholm on the 5th of July 2003.
Which makes her 21 years of age.
It does, and Rosa began her football career at hometown club AIK Football, where she developed through the club's academy before making her senior debut in 2019 at the age of just 15 years. Rosa made a total of 46 appearances for AIK Football, scoring 19 goals. She then made the switch from AIK to BK Häcken in January of 2022 and would go on to make 61 appearances and score 28 goals during her time at the club. She was Häcken's top scorer in the most recent 23-24 season, scoring 15 goals, including 4 in a thrilling UEFA Women's Champions League run, which saw Häcken beat Real Madrid twice on their way to the quarterfinal stage.
At international level, Rosa works for way up and again age groups in Sweden.
She did before she made her senior debut from the bench against Italy in the UEFA Women's Nations League in October of last year.
She has already made 9 appearances and scored 1 goal for her country.
And Rosa says that it feels amazing to join Arsenal and that she is just so happy to be here so that she can continue to grow and compete for the biggest trophies. Like many of our new signings, she is excited about walking out to a packed Emirates Stadium in front of all the supporters. Rosa is one of the outstanding young players in the game, and it is great that the team have been able to bring her in as she plays with a fearlessness beyond her age. And our head coach, Jonas Eidevall, thinks she has the hunger and mentality to realise her potential here at the Gunners.
So a big hello and welcome to Rosa.
We look forward to seeing her on the pitch.
We do, and Ben, you mentioned ins and outs. Does that mean someone is leaving?
Yes, Maddie, it does. Sadly, we say farewell to Cloe Lacasse, who has left Arsenal to complete a permanent transfer to the Utah Royals in the US of A. Cloe joined us from Portuguese side Benfica just a year ago and made her debut during our UEFA Women's Champions League Round 1 qualifier on the 6th of September.
During her time at the club, she made a total of 28 appearances and scored 5 goals.
And she's looking apparently for more regular football so that she can cement her place in the Canadian women's team who she represented at the Women's World Cup, the CONCACAF World Cup and the Paris Olympics during her time at Arsenal. But she did start in not all those appearances, and it was just 5 starts in the Women's Super League. And with Rosa now incoming, also an attacking player, together with Mariona Caldente, she felt that she might have better opportunities elsewhere. Chloe said that although her time at Arsenal was short, it was filled with memorable moments, and says that to her incredible teammates, staff, and us, the fans. We wish Chloe all the very best moving forward.
Okay, well, let's leave it there for part 1. And we'll be right back with part number 2. Welcome back. And Ben, let's talk about the incoming men signing.
Okay, Maddie, let's do that.
Ben, does that mean there isn't any?
Well, not yet, anyway, but the transfer window remains open for a little while longer, so don't despair quite yet. We are apparently close to a deal for Mikel Merino, or Martin Zubimendi, or Ollie Watkins, or Ivan Toney, or Evan Ferguson, or Leroy Sane, or Victor Osimhen, or who knows who else. But let's wait and see what actually happens.
Sounds like a plan. And what about those players heading out the door?
Well, Maddie, here I can give you some concrete news, starting with a story that we missed actually a few weeks back, and that is that Emile Smith Rowe has left Arsenal to join Fulham on a permanent transfer. Emile actually joined our academy at the age of 10 and progressed through each age group before making his way into the first team squad. He went on to make 115 senior appearances for the Gunners in all competitions, scoring 18 goals and assisting 13 times. A versatile footballer, Emile has in recent years been plagued by injury and form, but looks to get much more regular game time at Craven Cottage over the course of this season.
And any other players leaving us, Ben?
There are a couple, Maddie, that I can confirm. The first is that Karl Hein has joined La Liga side Real Valladolid on loan for the upcoming season. You might remember that he only just recently signed a new deal with the club and was helpful to have because he was our only senior goalkeeper on our recent US tour. But he's going to go to Spain and get some more first-team regular experience to add to his regular playing time for his country, Estonia.
And is that all, Ben?
Nope, one more, Maddie, and that is Brooke Norton Cuffy, who was one of our academy players, and the 20-year-old who joined Arsenal when he was also 10, is going to be going to City A side Genoa on a permanent transfer. He's been on loan during his time at Arsenal with over 100 senior appearances having been made, but the right-sided defender was not able to break into the Arsenal first team and has sought regular playing time elsewhere. It's thought that Arsenal have a high sell-on clause in his contract just in case he becomes the next big thing.
And Ben, our captain has been nominated for an award.
Yes, Maddie, when we reported last episode on Saka making the PFA Young Player of the Year shortlist, we forgot to mention that Martin Odegaard, our men's team captain, has also for the second successive season made the Players Player of the Year shortlist. As winner of the Arsenal Player of the Season award, he's going to be looking to beat off the competition from 5 other rivals who also enjoyed good campaigns last time around. Playing in 48 games, scoring 11 times and laying on 11 assists, Martin also created more chances from open play than any other player in the Premier League last season. So we hope that he can get the individual honours that he deserves.
And finally, Ben, the changes for the upcoming Premier League season.
Yes, which is now only a short time away. And Maddie, we know that Southampton, Leicester City and Ipswich Town were the ones that won promotion last season. So we're going to be seeing them in the Premier League this year, with Ipswich not having been in the top flight for over 20 years. There's a whole lot of new coaches for some of the teams, some new referees are going to be in action, and there is also the introduction of semi-automated offside. This isn't going to be in place until a little bit later in the season, but it's thought that it can speed the video assistant referee decisions up by an average of 31 seconds per decision. So it's going to save some time as we wait for VAR to make a call. There's no winter break this season, with a little bit of a later start instead. The added time at half-time and at the end of the game is also going to be reduced, as it will only start getting counted 30 seconds after a goal has been scored. Some of the finer rules that have changed is that 5 subs can warm up at a time. I think the previous rule was it was just 3. The ball kids can return the ball to the goalkeeper if they're stationed behind the goal. And team lineups are going to be announced 75 minutes prior to kickoff instead of the previous 60 minutes. But we're going to see all of these new changes in action in just a few short days' time.
Can't wait. Well, that's wrap up this episode. And thanks again for joining us at Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Before we sign off, we want to express our gratitude to you for your continued support. If you haven't already, follow, like, and subscribe so you don't miss us in the future. Remember, your love for the beautiful game is what fuels our passion.
And we would love for you to spread the word about Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Yes, please share our podcast with other kids, Arsenal kids you know, and help us to grow this amazing community together.
We hope to join you back in this pitch again soon.
Keep the spirit of the game alive, and until next time.
Goodbye.